One day, there are two friends named Randy and Erlin who are studying online together.
Good morning, kids. How are you today?
Morning to sir. I'm fine, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Glad to hear that. Today we are going to talk about expression of cause and effect. Well, this time we will learn about another way to express cause and effect. Usually we only use because, so here we will use other words, namely such, that, and so that. Such that and so that are used when we want to convey a causal relationship between two clauses. Here I will give an example using because, such that, and so that. Because the weather was nice, we went to the zoo. It was such nice weather that we went to the zoo. The weather was so nice that we went to the zoo. Well, it means the same thing. What is the structure? Number one, for because the structure is because plus subject plus verb, subject plus verb. Now for the subject and the first verb, it is for the cause, while after the comma it is the effect. Number two, for such a structure is subject plus verb plus such plus adjective plus noun plus that plus subject plus verb. Number three, for so the structure is subject plus verb plus so plus adjective or adverb plus that plus subject plus verb. So to distinguish between the us of such and so, for such he used an adjective plus noun, while for so he only used an adjective or an adverb. Example: it is such a delicious cake that I want to buy more. How about any question?
Share. An example of using so. How is it share?
Anyone can help answer.
Me, sir.
Okay, Desri, please.
An example is this tea is so good they will have another cup.
Alright, because there is only one adjective that is so good. Okay, thank you Desri for the answer.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's enough for today. Thank you for your attention.
You're welcome, sir.
After Randy and Aaron watch, Randy asks Erlin about the material.
Ellen, do you understand about the material? Yes, I have. In the video, it has been explained well, clearly, so that I can understand it. Thanks goodness, then at least I don't need to explain anymore. The teacher has given an assessment. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
After that, they do their job together. Randy, Rahel, Dia, and Desri are gathering at Randy's house to discuss group assignment about prepositional phrase, noun clause, and adjective clause.
How is this a group segment? I'm still confused the material.
Yes, me too.
Who is familiar with this material?
Me, but only a few.
What do you understand?
About professional praise.
What is a professional praise?
Wait. Professional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition, its object, and any word that modifies the object. Professional phrase in a sentence function to explain a word in the sentence, such as a noun. Preposition, for example, in, on, at, about, with, over, into, for, and until. An example of a professional phrase is under the table. Under is a profession, while table is a noun, and they form a professional phrase. Propositional phrase can act as adjective that modify nouns or adverb that modify verbs.
Then how about the example sentence?
Example of sentence as adjective are as follow. The cafe near AB bookstore is my favorite cafe. Or the cafe near the AB bookstore is my favorite cafe. In the sentence, near is a preposition and AB bookstore is a noun. So, near AB bookstore becomes a propositional phrase. The phrase explains in the noun in front of it, namely the cafe, so its function is to become an adjective. Example of sentence as adverb are you have to go with your parents or you should go with your parents. The sentence above has with, which is a preposition. Then there is your parents which is a noun. So with your parents is a propositional phrase that explains go. Go is a verb, so the propositional phrase is an adverb because it explains the verb.
Oh, okay, thanks.
But I'm still confused about the noun clause and adjective clause material.
Oh, for that material, I have an explanation video and it is easy to understand.
Where? Let's see.
Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we enter the material of noun clause and adjective clause. What are noun clause? Noun is a noun. Clause is a combination of several words consisting of a subject and a verb. A noun clause is a clause that does the work of a noun or noun phrase in a sentence. Because the name is a noun clause, its function in a sentence is as a noun. Nouns in a sentence are usually located before the verb or after the verb. Its position in the sentence will occupy the subject or object of the sentence. Because noun clause so that its existence in a sentence cannot stand alone because its meaning is still not perfect. It needs additional statements that make the message convey properly. Usually there is a binding word when it becomes a noun clause. The binder can be WH word or that. Example, whatever you say can make her understand. What is in the brackets is a sentence at a glance. But because there is a binder, the whatever it cannot be called a sentence. So it must be completed. Then come the word can make her understand. In this sentence, the subject is whatever he said. Verb or predicate can make object or see her understand. Another example is number 1. I will go with you wherever you go. Number 2. The student listened to what the teacher said. What is an adjective clause? The function of the adjective clause in a sentence is as an adjective. Because of its function as an adjective, it exists after the subject to provide additional information or clarify what is meant, or after the object of the sentence. For example, if the information given is very important because the subject is too general or abstract, then the use of relative pronouns, namely who, whom, which, where, when, why, that, was, of which, does not need to be put in a comma after the subject and before the verb. But if the clause that explains is not very important, there is only to add information, then you add a comma before the use of relative pronouns. Example, number 1. Rara, whose stay is behind my house, is still in Makassar now. Number 2. Jakarta, which has a population around 12 million, is an important city in Indonesia. And that's all for today. I hope you can understand and understand. I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.
How do you understand?
I still don't understand.
Which part?
Where are the adjective clause and noun clause located?
Oh, if the noun clause can be placed after the verb or subject, while the adjective clause is after the subject, it is followed by who, whom, that, why, when, where, and which.
Oh yes, I understand. Thanks, Rahel.
Yes, you are welcome. How dear, do you understand?
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Let's do this work, guys.
Let's go.
Okay.
After they finished their work, they immediately went home because it was late in the afternoon.
Bagus, bagus, guys! Ay, bye. Sige.